Hey there, aquarium aficionados. Stefan at Lush and Salty Aquariums. Let's take a look at my overgrown, ultra lush nano tank. It's really more of a jungle. It breaks a bunch of rules, makes its own rules, but it's doing good. Alright, this is about a 5-gallon tank, if that, and it's highlighted by plants that grow above the water, immersive, and submerged plants. They basically become one ecosystem for a bunch of just rogue guppies and a few other things that are in there. Autosynclus catfish, some pygmy Hesperosas catfish, a bunch of different snails, red and brown ram's horns, maybe some pond snails. The cool thing is the roots for some of this stuff. I think this is a wandering Jew. You can get it anywhere for a couple bucks. But look at that. Now what those do is they get into the water and they pull the waste out for nutrients, which enables me to keep way more fish than I should. I can't stop them from making babies. I actually have some least killifish in here too. You see that pregnant female right there. The smallest live bear in America, in American waters. And then just a bunch of regular guppies, hybrids, mutants. I started with 2 guppies I bought as basically feeder guppies for a tiny jar tank, and well, now I've got colonies, and their tails are actually quite beautiful. I call them flame tails, and as they get older they actually get longer. You see what I'm talking about? Maybe there's a male, a female, there's a couple males in here with super long. There's one that was like a 29-cent feeder guppy, and it turned into basically a fancy guppy. It's probably the state of the industry right now, as all guppies have been bred to be fancy, in if that's the right word. So up top I've got the prerequisite duckweed and frog bit. I've got wandering Jew. I've got pothos, that house plant there, as well as some other ivies and the like kind of growing out the back. And as I said before, it's the root stock that goes deep into the tank and creates that tangle, which is basically feeding on all the nutrients and waste products that this massive colony of guppies and least killifish tend to produce. I just think this tank is a lot of fun. It's easy, low maintenance. I don't run a heater. I just have one light that I got on eBay, I don't know, 30 bucks maybe. And then a simple rimless tank, which I get all my tanks at 6th Avenue Aquarium on Clement Street in San Francisco. They have an importer that features these cool rimless curved, and I think they're beautiful and they're cheap as hell, and that's what I'm running. There's a bubble filter in there, but that's it, and I haven't cleaned it in forever, which is kind of a good thing about bubble filters. Yeah, you're supposed to squeeze them out, but you know, I haven't had any problems, and like I said, the tank is naturally being filtered intensely. But this is cool, and you can make it yourself. I'm happy to help. Sorry about the lamp there. That's actually lighting my jar aquarium, which I featured in a previous video. And both of these tanks, if tanks is the right word, are things you can do at home, and you can make them more skewed towards being a beautiful house plant and just throw a couple little guppies in it. Or you can do what I do and just kind of go nuts and have an orgy of all of the above. Anyway, Happy New Year, moving into January. Always keep your hands in the tank.